Hello, glad to be with you guys again with a very important subject. As you know, we can't get enough feedback about how important education is when talking about the cloud. So I have the guys from AWS Educate here, Ken and Leo. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks, good to be here.
So let's start by, I don't think a lot of people know AWS Educate. Is it a service?
AWS Educate is a program. It started in May of 2015, and basically, we've seen this giant growth in the cloud. AWS, fastest IT vendor to $10 billion, now at 16, growing at 42% year-over-year growth rate. The end is, it's leading to this giant opportunity for jobs. AWS, it's cloud computing has been the top LinkedIn skill for the past 2 years. Born in the cloud, stuff like Hadoop is also in the top 10, and they're great paying jobs. At the same time, we're finding a tough time, and all of the customers and partners of Amazon are having a tough time recruiting people at the pace that we need with this heavy growth. So we started AWS Educate in order to address that problem by going directly at students. We're also super passionate about students and about disrupting education in favor of technology. So AWS Educate, purely grant-driven program for students, educators, educational institutions to join, and they get free access to open content to blend into curriculum, free access to online professional development, collaboration tools, free access into AWS, and so on.
Yeah, that's interesting because it's not just credit for students, right? There's I bet that's interesting, but what else is inside Educate?
Yeah, definitely. The credits for students, absolutely important. We want them doing hands-on practice. But at the same time, students can actually go onto our portal, get access into these cloud career pathways. So if they want to become a Hadoop engineer or a mobile app developer or whatever, they can see what skills are required, actually do that content, get quizzed and tested on it, do a project. And then, by the way, we have a job board at the end.
Oh, that's
Amazon customer partner jobs. We have some startup jobs that are listed in there because we want kids to have pathways to careers and to be entrepreneurs themselves.
And besides the students, what support do we offer for the educators?
Yeah, so we've offered a bunch of support for educators from the get-go, ability to blend into their courses and so on. But we just launched within the past month a new educator portal. From that portal, teachers can grab content, full pathways, individual modules, curate collections, and download them in SCORM compliant files to upload into their learning management system.
Oh, that's so cool.
And a bunch of other tools.
Yeah, can we see a bit of it?
Sure, absolutely. So I can pop to the demo now. This is just the AWS Educate marketing page. This shows you various benefits and so on. And here are the benefits listed. And students and educators can just apply through links here. Again, grant-driven program. We have a spoiler at the end. We're going to give Twitch a special code. Once students apply and get in, they get this access to this portal. This portal includes a portfolio. This is basically their LinkedIn or resume that they can ship to various job providers. So this is where their stuff on the site is stored.
Oh, that's cool.
The students can come in, they can select a different pathway, such as analytics and big data, software development, cloud architecture, operations and support engineering. They dig in, you've got 8 pathways under there. So for instance, a student could select the data scientist. Under the data scientist pathway, they see all the skills. So under machine learning, there's various skills in big data and analytics. And then by clicking on Learn, they pop into the actual learning management system. Here, they can view content. If they click on any of these links, see that content. After it, they get a knowledge check. They finish all their knowledge checks. They open up the final assessment and a project. Provided they do all that well, they get a badge or a certificate of completion that is stored in their profile. And then at the very end, again, there's a job portal. I could dive in deeper, but here you see, like an internship with Amazon and jobs with Deloitte and Instructure and Salesforce and so on that also are in here. So students can actually, again, apply for jobs aligned to these pathways.
Yeah, I like seeing two parts of it catches my attention, like how it, because a very common question is what to learn, and this structure of having the learning paths is really nice, and ending in a job is pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll continue developing it, but the education to employment thing is what we're focused on.
And Julio, could you tell us about yourself and your role in the program?
Sure. So I've been at AWS for almost 5 years now. I'm a principal solutions architect, and so I work with our customers, and I help them architect their applications for high availability, cost optimization to help them mitigate security risks, whatever it is that their business objectives are for their apps. And so before that, I used to work at the Democratic National Committee. I was a director of systems engineering, and then that turned into work with the Obama for America campaign. And we built about 220 applications on AWS at the time, ranging from full websites like barackobama.com to little microsites to donation processing, mobile apps, voter engagement tools, all kinds of stuff like that. So by the time that was over, I was pretty comfortable with AWS, and I decided to come work here. But I've always been like a lifelong computer nerd, always liked to tinker, and so this is pretty much my dream job for me.
Cool. And how's the process for students? Like, how do they get into AWS Educate?
So what they do is they just go in on the website that I showed you. They register, list their email domain. They can select either an AWS account or this starter account, which is a no credit card required account.
That's important. So you're saying that you don't need a credit card to join AWS Educate?
Yeah, in the early days, you did need a credit card, but we heard from, hey, Mr. Ninja guy. But we heard from students, whether they were in developing world or just a parent who didn't want their kid dropping down their credit card. So we opened it up and said, you don't need a credit card. If you select that starter account, it's a great way to go.
Yeah, it's a restricted account, of course, but don't let. It's important because not everyone will have a credit card ready, right?
Exactly.
And what if the institution is not part of Educate? Does it need to be a member? How this works? Like if the institution is not already registered?
Right. So students and educators can join whether their institution has or not. Generally, if the institution has joined, the students and educators will get some more benefits. But we're offering this special code today. It's Twitch Educate, TWITCH, Educate 17. And if they use that code,
we're going to paste that into the channel, guys.
Yeah, cool. If they use that code when they register, they'll actually get the same benefits that they would get whether they were an institution, whether their institution is a member or not. And we have more credits that are available for using that code.
Cool. And could you tell us about how does Educate fit in with the other programs that we have? I know that we have Academy and Grants and Educate, just so people understand where they are when looking for help.
So Educate, in a way, was born out of the Grants program, which is focused on both research and on the educational experience. That Grants program still exists for research, but we want to do a massively scalable program that's available to any student and educator around the world, regardless, super low barriers, and provides them with this access to all these benefits. At the same time, if you want to dive deep, if students want to dive deep on the pathway of certification, the Academy program is great for the institution and teachers to enroll in. So these programs work together. We're sister-brother programs.
Oh, that's cool. And is there any kind of feedback that you would like from developers and students joining the program? Like, is there anything we could feedback to you guys?
Yeah, what do you think? You're in touch with that developer community.
Yeah, I mean, so the way that we release new features in general is by listening to our customers. So if there's any enhancements we could make, you spot any bugs or anything like that, definitely let us know, and we'll work from there.
Yeah.
And are you looking forward to reInvent? Anything that you guys are announcing or anything that gets you excited about the event?
Absolutely. So we will be doing, well, first of all, there's going to be some announcements that Teresa Carlson is going to make from the stage tomorrow about some of our metrics and some really cool new things that we are launching. I can't steal the thunder off of that. I'd say check back. We're also going to do some broadcasts that will be available just through the portal. So where we'll take some of the announcements that are made and say what we think that how they apply to students and educators. So we're really psyched about that. First time we're doing it. I will say we've launched a cybersecurity pathway. We're going to be launching a new pathway for Alexa and one for machine learning because we really want to democratize that.
Oh, that's cool. And is this like globally available? Like is there any geographical restriction for Educate? How does this work?
So that is another, thank you for reminding. That's actually another thing. We are now available around the world. Nearly every country has access into AWS Educate's cloud career pathways, so can access this stuff online. We are also going to be coming out with more translations of our content within the new year. Spanish and Portuguese are going to be the first. Our portal is already localized, but we got to localize that content.
So we have a question from David 277. Can public school teachers K-12 join AWS Educate?
So yes, teachers can absolutely join. I just say stay tuned for students. We'll have some exciting announcements coming along, but right now, teachers, school, K-12, primary education, secondary education can join.
And could we say again the thing that we have for Twitch users? And I think that we should paste that code in the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Twitch Educate. Twitch Educate 17 is the code.
17. And what's that entitles everyone?
So all students who utilize that code, this is a code for students, and make sure bring your educational domain as long as you have one at the registration. You're eligible for $150 in AWS credits, or $100 into the starter account. That's significantly more than you'd be able to get without that
Awesome.
code.
Awesome, that's great.
We love the Twitch community, and we're going to get deeper into the whole gaming, virtual reality sector.
Yeah, and you can use every AWS service with Educate. So I'm really looking forward to the announcements this week, and the Educate community will be able to take advantage of them and use these credits for them pretty quickly.
Perfect. Any closing remarks, guys, for the people watching us on Twitch?
First you.
Yeah, well, just thank you for joining. It's going to be an exciting week here, I think.
Yeah, and from our side, we love being part of this community. We're going to get deeper in. We think of this as kind of our intro into the Twitch community. We're psyched to get much deeper into all elements of gaming and gamification in our site. But we also want to hear from this community.
Yeah. And everyone, if you'd like to have AWS inside your university, inside your organization, education organization, reach to us. I'm myself, Julio, JM Fairman here, or on Twitter. I would love to bring you your questions directly to Ken or Leo anytime, and because this is like a very key part of what we are doing here. I believe that we need, from the very basics of systems administrations up to applications and machine learning, getting this into the hands of people and actually building things require the support that you guys are offering.
Awesome,
So-
awesome. And by the way, check out our Code Combat offering during the Hour of Code on code.org as well. Yeah, I think it should be cool.
That's code.org.
Code.org,
And, they have this, it's a challenge.
So Code Combat is launching a free game, learn how to code game, and we're going to blend in Amazon DynamoDB into that game so kids can create their own leaderboards.
Oh, that's cool.
Using it.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you guys on AWS Educate, and ping me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.